Good morning. Good morning. I want to talk about clarity and how essential it is in our business journey and in our speaking journey. So, today, I'm super excited. I get a chance to speak to a group of professionals at Con Edison, and that is happening this evening. Make sure you pay attention to my social media. I'm going to have my shoes on because I'm feeling a little sassy today. So, peep the shoe game, okay? That's how I get myself excited and worked up for any sort of speaking gig. But clarity is on my mind today, and it is basically because of a conversation that I had with another professional who is awesome, incredible, and is doing some great work in their particular industry. But during our conversation, the question came up with whether or not they should move forward with speaking, whether or not they should incorporate it into their business model. Now, I'm partial. I'm like, of course. What do you think the answer is? Like, yes, of course. Absolutely. But I want to specifically tell you why my answer is that. I don't care what industry you're in, speaking is a marketing tool. It is actually one of the most powerful marketing tools that you can have. You're able to develop relationships, you're able to grow the trust, like, and know factor much deeper and quicker than if you were to write an ad. Okay. You can do it for free. Yes, just like I am right now. And you can get paid to do it. You can actually get paid to market your solution to a problem that individuals are dealing with. I don't know not one marketing tool that's like that. If I'm wrong, tell me in the chat. But what I find is with most of the people that I work with many of my clients, there is this huge fear that comes with speaking. When you stand on a stage, when you share your message, it is extremely vulnerable. And what happens is you get incredible, awesome, amazing professionals that have something to say, that have an incredible story to share, but yet they want to wait. They're waiting on X, Y, and Z. They're waiting on, well, let me try it out a couple of more times to make sure I really like it. But I really love speaking, right? Those two things are in the same sentence. Those two things are often said in the same sentence for many people. I love speaking. I love educating. I love X, Y, and Z about speaking. But I really want to give it a little bit more go to make sure this is really it. And the thing is this: you cannot form clarity on what your next step is going to be without taking massive action towards that goal. And what can massive action be? Well, in a speaking journey, it could be just simply stating that you're speaking. It could be you pitching yourself to your network, sharing with people that you have these X, Y, and Z topics. Clarity and taking massive action can be multiple things. But what people need to realize is that with taking massive action, it does not mean that it's going to be an absence of fear. It doesn't mean that there's going to be an absence of some sort of discomfort. That is guaranteed no matter which platform you decide to use, whether you want to be in person, whether you want to speak virtually, whether you want to be in private containers and sharing your message. Fear is always going to be there. Discomfort is always going to be there. And for many individuals that are simply on the fence, you're losing precious time. Speaking is a powerful marketing tool. In addition to that, not only is it powerful, it's also a long game for many of us. What we desire when we're building that speaking career is we want to get to a place where we no longer have to pitch ourselves. People are coming to us, right? Our calendar is getting full because people understand what it is that you speak on, and that when you show up, you're going to deliver with excellence. Can that happen for you? Absolutely. Did it happen for me? Absolutely. Because I was unapologetic about getting visible. I didn't scrutinize every single thing that I put out. Y'all can look me up on YouTube and see the crazy lighting I had going on, okay? The lack of tools that I had, but I was still going out there and getting visible. Why? Because in entrepreneurship, we don't know every single step that's going to be happening right in front of us. You will never know that. You will never know that. But when you take a simple step moving forward and take massive action back to back to back, and here's the thing, some of y'all don't realize that I'm a huge fact finder. I do tons of research first. But when I know for sure that either number one, I'm holding myself back, number two, the only way I can continue to make an impact and grow towards the goals that I need to achieve is by getting visible, it's a wrap. It is a wrap. So I'm sharing this message because sometimes we allow fear to control our next action. We allow the fact that we don't have every single step laid out in front of us from step A to Z from taking action. Speaking is a long game. Speaking is one of the most powerful tools. Speaking can happen anywhere you actually share your voice. And every time you go out there and you take massive action, you gain the clarity, but you're also dropping seeds along your journey, just all up and down along your journey. So then when someone is looking for your particular expertise, they'll find one of those seeds that you've left behind. They'll reach out to you, right? Because you're not waiting for the permission. You've already granted the permission for yourself. Some of y'all are waiting for permission. Who the heck is going to give it to you other than yourself? So in this conversation I had with this incredible professional, they had to come to terms with themselves to get to a place where they were going to share. And sometimes we need to stand on the shoulders of our ancestors. We need to stand on the foundation and ground that we're already worthy. That's right. The fact that you're breathing, you're already worthy to share whatever your message is. Sometimes we need to stand on the fact that when we show up, what kind of example we're setting for our loved ones who are watching. I had to think on those things before I even got to the place where I thought that I was worthy. For years, y'all, some of y'all have been following me since day one. For years, I wasn't fully convinced that I was worthy. So I stood on my mother's shoulders, who never got the opportunity to fulfill all of her dreams and goals. I stood on the fact that my children were watching me in a toxic work environment, completely burnt out. And I was demonstrating to them the type of life that they can acquire. And I knew I needed to change that. I knew I needed to flip the script because I did not want them to experience what I've dealt with. I wanted them to excel beyond anything that I've achieved. And the Jasmine you have here today has finally got to the point where I'm like, I'm worthy. I am deserving. So if you know that you're ready to share your message, The only person that you need to have a conversation with is yourself. Okay? That's number one. The second is you need to get honest with yourself and consider, what are the next strategic steps I need to take in order to honor myself and to get out there and share my message? It could be you going out there and pitching yourself. It could be joining one of the programs that I have. It could be listening to my new podcast, the Legacy Speaker Show. Whatever it is that you need, get still enough to make room for that and execute it. So tonight I'm speaking for Con Edison, and we're talking about burnout. And a lot of times we don't have our boundaries set up like we should. We aren't truly clear on what that would take to honor ourselves, right? To get to a place where we're not falling in that trap of chronic stress that isn't healed. There's so many factors that happen in our day-to-day, and I'm about to get on a tangent right here, and I'm not trying to do that. Let's stick with the point here. Let's stick with the point, Jasmine. So even I get on a tangent when it comes to the message that I'm sharing. But what I want to encourage you back again is, please know that the only person that you need to acquire this permission is from yourself. Number two, what is going to be your next steps? Tell me in the comments. I've got a Legacy Speaker Tour that's happening in June. Okay. Starts in June. We're going to Charlotte, Chicago, San Diego, and New York City. All right. And let me tell y'all, and I'm so proud of this, your girl from Jamaica, Queens, New York City has sold spots in each of those cities. Now we still have room. We can have up to 10, but I sold spots in every city. That's right, baby. Okay. I've got a message to share. I've got people who are out there ready to get that strategy to understand how to do it in an impactful way, but also monetize it. You can monetize your expertise and get to a place where you're making deep impact, but also coins that can help you in achieving whatever financial goals that you've set for yourself and for your business. Join us. If you're not ready to join one of my containers, which is my speaker retreat that's happening in September, which is thebomb.com, by the way, it's a luxe experience. We do your marketing assets there. We handle the whole structure, business structure of what it will take for you to get into recurring income through speaking and having aligned to your business. We have a consulting program, a full group program. That's a year experience with me, 90 days of curriculum, my heart-driven speaker program. My programs are an investment. They are an investment. They are an amazing investment because it fills out all the gaps and gives you exactly the strategic steps that you need for profitability in your business. But if you want a taste, if you want a smidge of a taste of the excellence that Team Haley delivers, you need to be here at the Legacy Speaker live tour. Okay? It's a one-day workshop with me. I already told y'all via email, for some of y'all, you're not in my email, I don't do fluff. Okay? I ain't never do fluff. I'm an educator at heart. I don't get that concept when it comes to marketers and everything that they teach you in bro marketing. I don't do that. I don't do fluff. All right. We're going to be there to learn. We're going to be able to acquire and figure out what that first signature talk is going to be. We're going to know and talk about how to monetize that signature talk. And we're going to work on your presentation skills, because you can't go out there and make money speaking and not engaging your audience or being all over the place, right? So if you want to taste, I encourage you to join in. That's a wonderful opportunity to work with me and my team, to be around other engaged, exciting professionals who are excited about sharing their message, and to have an opportunity to work at a higher level at such a phenomenal rate of investment. All right, y'all, that's on my mind for today. Watch out for me on social. I'll be sharing my shoes. Because who doesn't like to have fun right before they're speaking? And I'll see y'all all next time.